Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends on where you are connected from. My name is Emmanuel Adigbola, popularly known as the Forex Apostle, and I'm so honored, so humbled, and so excited to have all of you with me today. It's been a while. It's been a while, almost 8 months. I don't think I've done this kind of a training. So I want to wish you Happy New Year, and I want to welcome you to this wonderful, wonderful year. Thank you so much for showing up. I know some of you is late, and I promise I'm going to keep it, we're going to be fast with it. So today we're going to be looking into what I call the Forex tester, okay, strategy. You know, it's quite funny that I've been trading Forex since 2006. And one way or the other, I just discovered that personally, I don't even know how to do it. I've used many expert advisor. I've used many EA, artificial intelligence. Each time I wanted to just, test it out, it doesn't just always work. So, and I was wondering, okay, what is going on? I've watched so many videos. I've done so many things. But when it comes to strategy tester, I've always had an issue with it. So some of you familiar with my story. I'm not going to bore you with what happened last year. And of course, during that personal retreat, I have to start go back to the drawing board and start learning new things and try to force myself to learn it by force. So first of all, somebody might be asking, so what is a strategy tester? What is strategy tester? By the way, I'm not going to be boring you with my stories. In case you are connecting for the first time with me, my name is Emmanuel. Okay, my name is Emmanuel Adegbola. Okay, that is my name. And of course, many people know me as the Forex Apostle. So I don't have a PowerPoint slide. I'm not selling anything. I just want to hang out with you guys. I just want to show you what I have learned, what I know. So we're going to be talking about a strategy tester, as I call it, strategy tester masterclass, strategy tester. What do you use this for? You use it to test your expert advisor, okay? If you want to use expert advisor, which we call EA, or artificial intelligence, which we call AI, or what some people call robots. All of them are the same thing, either robot, AI, or EA. So that is what we use strategy tester for. Okay, you use it to test because you have personally built, I think, if I'm not mistaken, about 3 different robots in the past that are never released to the market. And the reason is simple. When I try to test them, when I run the test, I don't just feel it. I don't just feel it. Whenever I want to buy any robot or any EA or any artificial intelligence, what I first look at, after looking at the profit, I look at the drawdown. Okay, I look at the drawdown. So if you can run a strategy tester, if you can test a robot on what I call back test, because Forex is the same, either yesterday, today, or last year, last 10 years. It's just we are the one that change based on what we are doing. So what to do? History repeats itself when it comes to life and when it comes to Forex. So if you have, let's say you have robots, call this robot, just call this robot Synex. By the way, that's my name back in high school. So let's say this is Synex EA. Okay, now before you put this on your live account, you want to test it, number one, you want to run it on your strategy tester. I'm going to be calling it ST to shorten it. You want to put it on demo account. Okay, you want to put it on demo account. If it performs well on strategy tester and you see the back testing and it performs well on demo, then for sure, you know that it's going to perform well on live account. So you don't just buy expert advisor, or don't just buy a robot and put it live on live account directly. That is not good. That is not common sense. Last year I lost money. Okay, it's no longer in news. Some of you know, I lost close to $2 million last year, and it's not funny now. I can talk about it because I'm getting out of it. I'm healing. Okay, but then when I sat back and I look at why this loss, I discovered that even in the past, okay, over 80% of my loss has always been either through expert advisor or artificial intelligence. Okay, yes, expert advisor is good, artificial intelligence is good, robot is good, high frequency trading is good, but they don't have feelings as you. You can see a trade right now and you say, okay, you know what? Oh, something is going on in New York. It's going to affect US dollar, and you quickly close it. But when it comes to robot, a robot is a robot. A robot has no feelings. There are a lot of advantages of using expert advisor. There are a lot of advantages of using robot. But then before you use it, you need to first of all test it. Test it and be sure that this is okay. I won't bore us by going to different websites. I've seen a lot of websites. In fact, in my lifetime in trading, I started trading Forex since 2006. So if let's say I use one robot in 1 year, just count it up to today. We're talking about roughly, how many years is that? About 17 years. So even right in this my computer, I have close to 50 expert advisors, both the one I built myself, the one I bought, and so on and so forth. So, and I started, within this last 10 months, I started testing a lot of robots, and even before I finally got it, I discovered that, wow, some I wouldn't have used at all, if I had tested it the way I now know better. But we are all human beings. We are all learning every day. We're all learning every day. And that is why one thing with me, once I discover a thing, I will show it to my students. I will show you to you, my subscribers, my followers immediately. So for you to run a strategy tester, you need what is called history. Okay, you need what is called history or what is called data. Because, and this is where I've been having challenges myself in the past. Anytime I wanted to run a strategy tester, and it would just make a one kind stupid sound and stop. And I would be wondering why wouldn't it work? But then you need history, data that you need to load to your MT4 before that expert advisor can run. Okay, if you don't have enough history, there's no way it will run. So let's just go straight, because this is not a time for theory. I'm just going to go straight to my chart and start showing you what we need to discuss. Let me let me take you to my screen. So if I go straight here, I'm going to be using this. Okay, so if I go right now, let's say you want to run a strategy tester, you go to your views, and right there and there you see strategy tester. Okay, it's right there under your view. You pull it up. Okay, you bring it up. Now let's assume that I want to run this particular expert advisor. Don't worry about expert advisor I'm running. I just want to give you an example. Now, like this one, if I'm trying to run, let's say this expert advisor, forget the name for now, and I want to run it on Aussie JPY. Before I run it on Aussie JPY, or let's say I want to run it on Euro card, or let's say Euro card. Before you know, you have to first of all go to your tools. Okay, go to tools, go to history center. I hope you have your pen. You go to tools, you go to history center, then you look for that particular currency pairs. So what are we looking for? We're looking for Euro card. So this is Euro card. You double click it. So let's say you want to run a test on 1 hour chart. I double click on 1 hour. Now this is going to load. When you load it, you see, this is today is a time we are creating this. Last Friday, that is 1:13. And if you scroll down, you see this one, it shows 2209. So it therefore means that anything before this September 14, you cannot run this data, you cannot run this test on any day before this September 14. It will not run. Okay, it will not run. For instance, now let's just say let's put 22 and we put 0801 0830, and you say, okay, let's say we set all the data and we say run. You see, it will not go. Do you hear the sound? It will not go. It will just stop right there. So the first thing you need is you need a data. Okay, you need a data, and I'm going to be giving you where you download. There are a lot of people selling it online. There are a lot, and that is where I'll be having challenge myself. Okay, how can I get a data? And I'm going to be copying the sites that I'm using right now for you guys. Remember, I'm just doing this to, you know, give you guys for free. So it's called eatradingacademy.com. eatradingacademy.com. There are a lot of websites that you can download data for, but the one I'm using right now, I'm going to put it on the chat. I'm going to put it on the chat. You guys can bookmark that. I hope you get it. It's called eatradingacademy.com. And we're going to be running a test, okay, with my latest robot that I built for myself. And very soon, some of you will have opportunity to have it if you are interested. So we're going to be downloading. So for you to work with this, you will go to the website. So this is the website here. So it's called eatradingacademy.com. So once you get to the site, let's say you load the site. Okay, so what we want to download, we're going to be downloading our US 30. Okay, we're going to be downloading US 30. You just scroll. You see right here, this is what we want to download. So you click on load data. Okay, load data is going to load it. Now, the load data, for instance, like here, this one is 1 minute. It therefore means that it's available. This data is from September 28, 2022 to January 14. So this is still latest, because if you want to test the data, at least you need the last 3 months. Last 3 months is always very good. Last 3 months. So if we are having this training now in January, so you want to look at December, you want to look at November, you want to look at October. So those 3 months you want to have them, and you want to test your expert advisor on those 3 months. And if you are able to win consecutively in that 3 months, of course, remember that Forex is all about probability. Of course, probability that, okay, you will be doing well with this robot is very, very good. I'm not going to be taking any time to be showing us how to install robots, how to install EA. I hope by now all of you know how to install a robot on your MT4. This training is not all about that. So we load this, then you will download it. So I download it right there. So once I download it, you can have it, you can copy it, or wherever you want to. So in my own case, I'm just going to show a folder and I'm going to copy it. Okay, I already downloaded it anyway before, but I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to my folder that I call data, and I'm going to paste it right there. Okay, I'm going to paste it on right there. So I have my US 30 right there. So that is step number 1. So step number 2, you go to your MT4. If you guys are following me, please type 1 on the chat window. If you are following me, you are following what I'm doing, just type 1 on the chat window. You are following me, type 1 on the chat window. Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome. Good. Thank you. So after you've done that, you now go, let's say for instance, let me go to one of my VPS, and then let's come to, let me use this account. So if I go to this place now, take a look. Okay, if I go over here and I go to tools and I go to history center, so if I look for indices, which is indices is CFD. If I double click on that and I look for US 30, this is US 30. If I double click on that, if I double click on 1 minute, look at this. So this one is available from January 13, 2023 to January 11. So I cannot run test successfully on this and it will work because it's not even up to 1 month. Are you guys following at all? So it's not up to 1 month. So if you put a robot now on this chart and you say you want to test it, it's not going to work. So what you're going to do, you will click over here, you will scroll down, and you will hold down your shift, and you will click this, the last data day. Okay, let me repeat. So you click the first row. I told you it took me almost 16 years for me myself to get this right. Okay, so follow through. So I click that and I scroll down. I hold down this shift and I click the last data and I will click delete. So once I click delete, what I've just done is I deleted the data on that system. So I will now click on import, then browse. So I will look for my data where I already kept them. Well, like in this case now, possibly I have some that is already of this VPS. So like right now, I'm looking for US 30, that's that one. Then I will just say, okay. So if you scroll now, this one is from January, as you can see, January 14 up to let's see, September. So I can run my test successfully now on this system, and I know that at least I can run tests for December, for November, for September. Okay, so I know that so then you right click and you refresh. Okay, did you guys get that step? Do you guys get the steps? So that is how you do it. So the reason why I did not do it on this is because I already loaded. If I go over here now, if I go to tools and I go to history center, if I go to CFD, let's go, okay, here, and I look for US 30 and 1 minute, because this is recent, as you can see, from January 13 and also up to this is 20 November. So I need to update this actually. So if I click on this, okay, and I will scroll down, I'm going to hold my shift key. I'm going to delete this. So I'm going to import the new one that I just uploaded, which I just downloaded, which is US 30, this one right here. As you can see the date. So I'll put that and I will say, okay. So as you can see, this is January 14 and up to September. So that is cool. That is good. So I will say close. Okay. I will say close. Then I will refresh. Did you guys get that? Do you guys get that? All right. So that's the first step. So the second step now is you now upload the EA, the robot that you want to test. So in this case, I'm going to be testing my latest artificial intelligence that I built, and I call it the prop trader. I'm not going to be telling you more about it today, but just know that that's the one I want to test together. Prop traders, you can use it to pass any Forex challenge. You can use it to trade the funded account. You can use it to manage your own account also. So now I have that. I've already selected prop trader. Then you will select the pairs, the currency pairs you want to run. So in this case, we are running US 30. Okay. Then the model, everything is okay. Then you go to expert properties. Now, why do you need this strategy tester? You need the strategy tester in order to get different set file. We call it set file, so that you'll be able to know, okay, from different parameters here, which one can you use? Okay, so in this case now, I'm going to be using, I have different set file that I already tried out. but I'm going to be using this one I call crazy result with no drawdown. So that is the settings I want to use. But let's assume you don't have that before. Then you can use the default parameter that comes with that expert advisor. Then you start tweaking it by yourself in order to get the best result. So like in this expert advisor now, this is the parameter. So you start from the testing. How much you want to put in that account. This is $500,000 account. The input, I'll put 5.0, and the settings of this EA is okay. It works with New York market openings. So it has that, the type of orders, okay, you do. In this case, is it pending order? Is it market order? I'm doing pending order. So you just set all of this. So in this case now, the stop loss, I'm using 200 pips. And that's in this for the stop loss, I want it to do 20 pips. And the take profit, I want to do 200. Then that is what I have in that place. And you can now, you see, this is the purpose of strategy tester, because you can now test with different. This one now you can, after you get result of the 2,000, you can change it to 4,000, you can change it to 6,000 until you get your best result that you need. Then trailing start, I'll use this, I use 2,000, I use this. Then monthly percentage, I want to put this one at 10, because this expert advisor, when it gets to the, if you put it at 8.5, once it has made 8.5% for that month, it's not going to trade again. So I'm going to change this to 10.5. There are some prop firms that their take profit is 10%. There are some that is 8%. So after you have that, then it has spread protection. So maximum spread I want to use is 350. And there's a reason why you also need to understand this, because there are some brokers with the same currency pairs. Some brokers we have about 700, some we have 500, some we have 600. So you want to work with minimal broker, okay? The same currency pairs, you will see different spread also. So I'll just run that and I'll say okay. So when I say okay, then you remember we've picked the EA we want to use. We pick this, the time we want to do. Let's do December 12/01 to 12/30. Then you want to see what is happening, visual mode. Then you want to say, okay, skip or skip right there. You want to have that. Then the spread, because the market is not active right now as we are testing. So I'm just going to increase this to 700. Okay, the reason is simple. The market is not live, but let's just say we deal with, or let's put it at 350. Or 300. Okay, even though this particular broker, the highest I've seen is actually 160. Okay, then the time frame is 1 minute. So we have all of this ready. So once you have this, then you click on start, and that is it. So it begins to, run background. As you can see now, it's doing its work, and you are testing, and it's like real market condition. And you want to see, okay, is this a loss? I mean, I have some here that once I see it, I said, no, it's a no-go area. But then when you test and you can get the result, then you say, okay, you know what? I think this makes sense. I can put this on my account. So let's allow this to be running. And I'm going to be taking some questions while it's running background. If you have any questions, I'm going to stop sharing. We'll come back. As you see, the graph is still running. Let's see, it's still running. As you can see, right now is December. It's still running on December 1st. So let it just do its thing. And once we get the results, you can also, okay, yeah, I think I'm okay with this result I'm getting, or I think, okay, you see, it picked a trade right there. You see, right there. Let's see, it lost that trade. Okay, it's okay. So you just let it do its own thing. If you have any question, guys, type it on the chat window. I'm going to be attending to those questions. And please, if I enable your sound for you to be able to talk, because I like to hear those voices. If you have noisy background, please mute your line. And if you want to ask questions verbally, you also feel free to do that. So let's get to that. Okay, I think you should be able to, you guys should be able to talk right now. Okay, if you have any question, please go away. Okay, how does it work with news? All right, so the question is, how does this particular, are you talking about the EA that we are testing, or you are talking about strategy tester? Which one? Because the training is not really about the EA per se, even though I'm okay, but this EA, the prop trader we're talking about, works with momentum with the New York opening. And you know that most of the times, actually, like I said, during New York session, there are some news that come by 7:30. There are some that comes around 8:30. There are some that come by 9. So it takes that into consideration. Yes, it trades with momentum. So news doesn't affect it. In fact, news actually helps it. But if you feel that, okay, you can't trade the news, there are 4 things you do with the news. I hope you know. You can trade the news, you can dodge the news, or you can trade after the news, or you can trade before the news. So, and if you don't want to trade the news, you just turn it off. That's what you do. But what we are doing today actually is just testing this particular, we are trying to learn how to use strategy tester. Okay, any other question? Type in your question on the chat window, or if you want to enable your voice, you can also talk. Come on, guys, let's do this. Let's do this. So this is this making sense to somebody at all? Does somebody really get value from what we've done so far? Do you think this will help you to be able to test different expert advisors before you put it on your account? Do you think this will help you? Come on, go ahead and type it on the chat window, or you can enable your voice. So like this one now, this is a news right now. Somebody that asked that question, as you can see, this is this right there and there, that's news, but it prevents it. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much, Apostle.
You're welcome.
Sir, my question is, please, I just want to implore you to, whether you can put it on a recording for us to listen to it again. This first lecture, whatever, we have heard it, but we are not able to grasp properly until I listen to it again and again, so that I can now master how to test the strategy.
Okay, yeah, we're recording it, and we'll make it available for you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Any other question, guys? Any other question that relates to what we just treated?
Yeah, my question is on the applicability, because I understand most firms, most life accounts don't allow EA trading on their life accounts, not on the personal. So
no. Repeat that statement, sir.
Yes, I was saying, you said we can use this to manage life accounts. That's where I'm interested, not the demo or passing the prop. Yes. And my understanding is that most brokers don't allow that. Is there
that's not true. That's not true. They don't allow high frequency trader, but most of the, if you're using prop firms, most prop firms actually allow EA. They don't just allow you popping trades, but EA, expert advisors, most of them definitely allow. They don't just allow, they don't allow, like talking about some EA that cheats, that do some tick scalping, or some EA that's like high frequency trading and all this kind of stuff. Yeah, majority of them don't allow. But when it comes to expert advisor itself, for instance, like this expert advisor, the highest trade it takes in a day is 3. And if you look at the settings we even do, we are doing just one. As you can see, we're doing just only one trade. We're not doing training based on this expert advisor today, because there are also some things I would like you I would like to express to you guys to know. You see, when the market opens, you will see, let me see if I can show you something.
Okay, sir. Maybe you add all this together, and I guess the settings that you this will be offering will meet the requirements of the brokers. That's where I'm going.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, the settings. Yes, you work based on the settings, and the settings you use will it definitely matters. Okay. Any other question, guys? I'm trying to look for some. Question, guys, based on what we just treated right now. All right, let me show you this. I took this screenshot a few days ago. Look at this. This is what happens these days. This is why it's so tough. This is why it's so tough for people to even make profits trading Forex these days. You see what happened? Because what the strategy of this EA is that it opens pending order. It opens pending order. Sometimes it will open, if you set it to be 3, so it will open like a 3 pending orders for you. So like one here, maybe another one somewhere. Now, take a look at this. Let's assume that you are trading manually and you put a buy stop. This candle will trigger your buy, right? But then, boom, see what happens here. It comes down here. If you are the kind of person that maybe you freak out when you see this, you will either close the trade here, or let's say you put your stop loss somewhere here, it will trigger it. Then, but if you, let's say you put your trade here, your stop loss is somewhere below here. If you don't close it on time, take a look at this. It comes down. See, this one here, if you put any stop loss around this side, is going to trigger it. This is why it's difficult for people to make money in Forex these days, because of what is happening in the market, the volatility, the big boys. So just look at this. So that is why you have to do a lot of testing to know, okay, which one will work best for you. Like this EA and what we are testing, if you put, let's say it does buy stop, you use a small stop loss, you compare it with the result of when you use big stop loss. Then you want to see, okay, which one works best for you, and so on and so forth. Then you go, it's just the way you are doing marketing. You market, maybe I advertise to people in Lagos, I advertise to people in Abuja, I advertise to people in London. As a marketer, I should be able to track which one gives me highest profit. The one that gives me highest profit, what do they click on? That is the one I will target on. Please mute your line. I can hear some background noise. So that's the one I will focus on, and that is the one that I will begin to utilize. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Any other questions? Sometimes when you run strategy tester, it could take a while. It could take 10 minutes. It could take 20 minutes. Depends on what you are testing. Sometimes it could take 30 minutes. It could take even like hours. So, but you have to run different testing to get what you are trying to do. And by the time you do that, you are convinced that, okay, what I'm doing at least is making sense to you. Okay? All right. Any other question, guys? Any other question? So take a look at this. So like this now, you see, we have, because of the settings we made, because of the settings we put, when we lost, take a look at this. Because we are using 5, the position sizing, we're using 5. So when it lost, like this trade, that is $1,000. Now, if you have an account that is 500K, okay, and you are risking $1,000 a day. Is that good or bad? Is that good or bad?
Good.
It's good, because even if you lose this trade 10 days simultaneously, you are losing 1,000, which is possible, guys, which is possible. So if you lose simultaneously like that for 10 days, I mean, you don't pray for it, but it happens. All what you just stay lost is $10,000. I have an account like that I lost in one day, lost almost 14K. Okay, from 500K goes down to like almost 486. I know what it took me for me to be able to get that account back to break even. Okay, but with something like this, you'll be able to control what you are risking. So if you risk something like this, and you lost this, one winning trade, you could, like, let's say you lost 6 in a row, one trade could recover all this, because with the settings we have, remember, you are testing different parameters. If you're doing 20, let's say you're doing 200 pips for your stop loss, and we are doing more or less like a 2,000 pips for take profit. This is like 1 to 10, right? Or let's say you do a stop loss 400, then I'm doing take profit 1,200. This is like 1 to 3. So when I lose, okay, I know this is what I'm losing, but when I win, I know this is what I'm winning. Then you also have ability to trade. That is why you see all this one closing at 0. You have ability to trail your profit. Like, okay, this is you see like this one, all this one is trailing. It's there for me that it's break even right there. You see, $1.50, but it's okay. So this one is you still lost this one. Then you are looking, okay, this is where we are. So this is how you do testing in real life, before you know, okay, this is what I am doing, and this is how this is going to work for me, and so on and so forth. Any other question, guys? Any other question? And I'm going to show you based on the test. You see, that is news. That is news. Somebody asked that question right there. That is news right there. That is news. Based on the test that I've done so far, I'm going to show you. Let me bring out, because of our time. All right. So take a look at this. This is different. As you can see, it has been a lot of testing. This is the major reason why I decided to teach this topic today, because I'm telling you sincerely, it took me a while for me to get it right myself. So take a look at this. These are different results. This is one. Okay, this shows stop loss 4K, take profit 12K, maximum order 3, stop loss, trailing stop. You see, like this now. Take a look. This is the result we get. Take a look at this. You have drawdown 0.68%. We have profit factor. If you are familiar with expert advisor, you know you get profit factor of 3.97. That is good. So like this account, which is 500,000, the profit on it is 23,783, which is not bad. But what I look at is what is the relative drawdown. If you are managing your own personal account, you can have drawdown of 50%, nobody cares. You can have drawdown of 70%, nobody cares. But when it comes to prop firms, okay, and I know some of you in this call, you trade with prop firm, one prop firm or the other, you cannot go near 5%. Anything above 5%, you lost that account. So that is why all the testing I'm doing, the parameter I'm doing, is to be able to get at most 3%. So in fact, I do good when I see 1% drawdown, 2% drawdown, and you can see. So based on what I was explaining, let's take a look at this. So you see these are this, you see this 51, you see right there. Now, but when you win, see 1,005, you lost 2,000, it's okay, you $1, but when you win 1,785, when you win 6,000, this one you lost. So the risk is lower than the reward. So this one 1,000, 2,000, 1,005. So at the end of the day, you will discover that how many trades, long position that we have, that we won is 24. That is 95%. I mean, guys, I've been doing this for a while. I think that is good. So that is one result. Let me show you another result. Now, take a look at this. This result, I decided not to use a stop loss. Okay, I call it no stop loss. Let me look for it. Okay, this one, there's no stop loss. So it therefore means that both my risk and reward, I decide to risk, but then lower this. Take a look at this. The relative drawdown 5.14. But then look at what it makes. Because one thing I notice is that, especially if you are trading indices, the market starts, it goes up, it comes down, then it finally finds its way up. Or it starts, market starts, go down, come up, and finally start going down. So it's either you use a big stop loss or you don't even use stop loss at all, if your broker or the prop firm you are working with allows that. Take a look at this, 30 loss, but they win 6,000. They win 1,000, 6,000, 1,000, 6,000. You see, this one, the loss is just like almost just one. Because I discover that, especially with indices, up and down, up and down, up and down, but if you give it time for that trade to breathe, you discover that you are doing well. Let me show you one more, then we'll begin to tidy this up. Now, let's say this is one I called crazy result with low drawdown. Then this is the one we are running the test right now. This is the one we are running the same set file right now. You see, it lost this 1,000. The next one it wins. Take a look, 10,000. Why? Because the settings that we have is like 1 times 10. Okay, it's like 1 times 10. So take a look at this. This is 10,000, 1,000. When it lost 1,000, when you win this 1,000, 2,000. So you will discover that all you need to make your payday is just like 2 or 3 of these 10,000 trades. Depends on your account. If you are dealing with 100,000 accounts, then you don't want to be risking more than $200 based on these settings. So when you win, you are winning almost 1K, and all you need to make your payday is just about 5 of that in a whole month. Okay, so this is what I did. One of my discovery. There are a lot that I discovered in these few past months, few crazy months, and I promise I'm going to be showing you one after another, even as we journey together this year, because I know it's going to be a prosperous year for all of us. So let me take 1 or 2 last questions, then we'll begin to. Now, this is the testing we're doing. As you can see, it's making its way back up. You see, it starts like, okay, with that, you see right there, you see right there, you see when you win big. And that is why on the graph, you can see now it's going back up. And based on what you can see right now, we're in profit. We're in profit because this is 502, you see right there. So we're in profit. And what you need is this. Life is not a straight line, but sometimes it goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, but you know that one way or the other, you will get to your destination. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe 1 or 2 of you, you'll be able to get something cool, if not for anything, at least how to test do this with some of the expert advisor you have, if you have any. So before you put that expert advisor on your live account, you want to run the strategy tester. And how do you do that? The first thing you need is your data. Download the data, go to that website, bookmark it, then you run it. Once you run it, you want to be sure that, okay, you are good with this before you start using it on your account. Okay? Last question before we call it a day. Last question. Thank you, Ake Komedo, who said this is insightful. Last question. See Pastor Benga, this is okay. You raise up your hand. You want to say something before we close?
No, sir. That's a mistake. Yeah.
Oh, okay. 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 Any question? Any question? If there's none, I know some of you is late right now. Nigeria, I believe this should be almost 11. London,
yeah,
almost 11. Yeah. Okay. I see someone raised up. It's Mobolaji BJ. Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Ogamisa.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing great. I'm doing great.
I see you raise up your hand there.
Oh yes. Yeah, I just want to make just a little contribution to what you said so far. Even though I came late, but the he is extremely powerful, and in this industry we have to understand something, that Forex is not an easy game. Look at Forex as a game, but it's not an easy game. We've been through it. We've been through a lot, in this, especially 2022. It's a year of like, a whole lot of robots came in, if we remember is it IPC or whatever, COT, talking about trading. Now, this will actually tell us that there's no free software anywhere, or there's nothing free. There's nothing guaranteed. There's no 100%. In anywhere in this Forex game. Somebody might promise 100%, but we can say at the end they are all lying. So if we see, we have to now start basing our decision on probabilities. Like this here, I'm still doing some testing on it, and I see that it's very, very powerful, because the drawdown, the risk reward is very, very high. So don't expect it that it's just gonna make you pass your challenge, it's gonna make you pass every time. No. So, but the probability is high enough, for you to see the result in it. And we should always think about the risk we are involved in. Everything that we're doing, we should always think about the risk and the reward. And I think this will really help us in our endeavor, because I know during the IPC time, the reason why I have to contribute is because my reputation is at stake too. Because at that time, I was, on the screen with you, we talk about this and that. So I know a majority of us here too were involved in the IPC of 15 or COTP or whatever it is. I lost a lot of money. Look, guys, I lost over $70,000.
Wow, that's a chicken chain to what Apostle lost.
That's what I lost $70,000 on IPC, and because I did not get involved COTP with people, but in COTP it's over 100,000, because I so much believe in COTP. No, sorry, I lost two. Like don't let me coffee though, please. I know not everybody is in US here. You might start using calculator to like,
yeah, thank you, DJ. What I want to just say before we close for today is that we thank God for life. That's all I will say. Last year was I call it a wonderful year, but then it's part of life. It's part of life. Like what I tell people, even if you are driving and you have a wreck, okay, you have an accident. Let me use that term. You have a car accident. What they will use to carry you from that spot is also another vehicle. So for some of us that we are addicted to Forex, I mean, I tell people I'm addicted to Forex. I can't do any other thing apart from it. But sometimes when you experience a loss, you take a step backward and you do review. And some of the review I did personally is what brought about what I'm training you today. I have to take a seat back and, went on personal retreat, and look into my strategies. Not that maybe all my softwares are not working, they are working. But you get a time that you start even doubting yourself. For instance, when I suffer all those loss, I saw these people, I passed Forex, I passed challenges, that BJ can bear witness. I paid some of all these guys to even just pass challenge for me because I couldn't, psychologically, I wasn't even right to even trade anything. But you discover that it's all gambling. It's just all gambling. And when you are trading, especially some of you that are trading prop firms, it's all about games. It's all about games because some of you cannot even make 10% in a whole year. But here is a company that is asking you to make 10% within 30 days. And some of us want to get that result within 1 week. So it's all about psychological. And you need to understand that, you see, in this game, okay, in this industry, it's not just, you are not alone. You are not alone at all. Ability not to call it quit, ability to see yourself that, okay, if I quit right now, then those people that have already said a lot of things about me, they are right. Because some people, when they saw you are trading Forex, they'll be telling you, look at this dreamer, go and get a job. So when you now quit and you go and meet them, then they say, well, we told you. But then when you look at it, that life is all about win and losing. Okay, that you lost, that is not the end of life. That is one of the reasons why I love some politicians, and I will not mention names. They never give up. Even when they lose, they know that it's just a step. Who is a successful man? A successful man is that person that move from failure to failure to failure until he has succeeded. And it is not over until you have won. So some of you, yes, I understood many people lost money last year. Take a step backward. And that is why I'm so heavy on prop firms now. Why is it prop firm? Because with the little you have, you can leverage with these companies. They can help you, fund you. There are a lot of them that are legit, even though some of them also will still use prayer points to support them. So, but some of them are legit. They fund you. There's huge difference between $100,000 and the $100 accounts. Don't let us deceive ourselves. There's huge difference. Okay, and once you get that, just look at it as a step towards, okay, building your own capacity, building your own account, and at the end of the day, you will know that, okay, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you once again for still believing in me, for still trusting in what we do, and for showing up. I don't want to keep you long, but we'll be having this frequently now. You'll be hearing from me. I know some of you are some of my students, some of you, this is just a free training for you. It's okay. This is what it's all about this year. It's all about giving back to you guys and say thank you for being there. Thank you for your support. For some of you that sent your text message, prayers, Apostle, what's wrong? Thank you so much. God bless you, and I love you. And I will make the recording available as soon as it's ready. And do have a blessed night if you are sleeping, and if you are staying a day. Peace.